to this live stream. I just want to talk about some things. 'Cause a lot of it's been going through my mind. It's been a while since we last did one of these. I'm just gonna wait for some people to come up. Hello, Ethan Trendler. Okay, as we're gonna wait for some more people to pop up, and then I'll get started. Because at least I like to get at least some people in, a few people in. It's about that post. I posted the one before the one I was gonna say I was gonna do the live stream. It's based on that one. So might as well just get started and let the train roll on from there. So this is a little bit personal. Like I'm gonna bring in some personal stuff into here a little bit. I'm not gonna be on it too much. I'm just gonna bring up a couple topics to understand. Hello, Andy's Garage. Well, I'm gonna say that I do because I'm autistic myself. I'm not sure if you noticed or noticed that or knew that, but I for when I drink milk for breakfast in the morning, I always get medicine put into it to help help me throughout the day, like keep me in good shape and keep me in good stuff. That's that's and I actually personally like the milk. Like so not every day I have it, so sometimes that's why it's like that. Because I mostly accidentally, not on purpose, sleep in and I miss out on the milk. But whenever I do have it, it actually keeps me calm. Like I remember I was stressing out about something in my room, and when I like drank the milk and the medicine, I felt better after that and just didn't stress out. Another reason is I do talk to a psychologist in real time, in actual real life. I do. I haven't seen him in a while, like in person, because of COVID and stuff. That really took a toll on everything and everyone's health. But I've not seen him since 2019, and I've hello the Federal Express fan 2023. I have not talked to him in person in quite some time. And the last time I talked to him on the phone was like it was like a couple years or a year ago or something like that. And I really need to talk to him again. Seriously, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to dox where he is or dox where I go because obviously it's private stuff. But I just wanted to get that out of the way and just get that out of the way. So let's go on to before we get into the NASCAR stuff. Why this stuff that's been going on today stresses me out. I just want to talk about some things. Let's first and all, there were some friends I knew in real life that I've not seen since 2019, at least this summer, and most of them have moved somewhere else. And a couple of my friends that I hello, Mr. Kyle the Great. A couple of friends I knew in person, we really talked to each other a lot. Like we really did. Like every day, pretty much, we would talk to each other. But one of them moved somewhere else, and one of them is still in the same area that I live, but I don't know where he's at, and he's not. We've not gotten in contact with him because I don't have his phone number. No, it's not, Ethan. It's not about the comments. It's about some other stuff going on, like some other crap. We'll get to that later, but so yeah, I've not seen my friends since a lot of them since 2019, and that could take a toll on somebody. If you knew someone who you really had a lot of respect for, you talked to a lot, a day in and day out, you interacted with them, and then to suddenly not have them in contact with you, that hurts. It really does. Like I miss them so much. I like think about them pretty much almost every day because I miss them. That we had a good friendship bond with one another, and it's a shame. It really is a shame. I really wanted to still talk to them. Like, I miss them. I really do. Another thing that I want to bring up is why I've not really been happy about the 2020s decade is because of some beloved pets that have been involved, that have been in the family, the whole family, and my family that have passed away. I'm just gonna start off with my bird. I'm not sure if I mentioned him before, but his name is Pip. He's a male society finch. He had like he was a white bird with like some beige, brownish tone to it, and it looked like on his eyes he was wearing a mask. And literally earlier today, I just remembered his voice. He, the poor bird passed away in December 2021, and nearly 2 years later, I just remembered his voice. And you can't imagine how that feels. Uh, that made me feel like he was still in my heart, still with me. I miss him every day too. Like I I loved that bird. I really did. He had a beautiful voice. I wish I had a video. I think I do in 2021 there's a video. I got to look for it though, and if I do find one then I'll share it. I promise. That was a lovely bird. We've had him since December 2016 and wait, why can't you just reach out to them again? Am I missing something? I don't have their phone number unfortunately, and thanks for all the sorries. I really appreciate it. And the other pet I knew deeply and beloved was Josie. She was a dog. I forget which type of dog she was. I don't want to like mm, mix around her breed, but she was the dog of my cousin's, like my dad's brother's daughter. Like she's my cousin, and she had a dog. Her name was Josie, of course. No crap, but that dog had in us and me and everyone else in the family. We had a bond together. I remember uh, with Josie, she would hang around with Nixon and another dog that passed away. I think it was before the 2020s decade, unfortunately, and Rucker, which thankfully and happily he's still around with us. I love that dog. Every time I go there and open up the door after they say come in, he comes always running out and sees me. Like I love Rutger. I love Labbies, but Josie just we had a special thing together. Like every time I went to their house or saw them and the whole family, and she always came up to me and she always wanted to be petted. Like we always had a good relationship with her, and I got literally had a picture on my other phone. I swapped phones. This is the phone I have that I'm using. The other phone it's on the other phone, but I got a picture of Josie in 2021. It was Christmas time, around that time. Hello AM 57. Um, and it was like a month or two before I was told the dog passed away from, I believe, an old age, and that really hurt. I loved Josie a lot. She was a good dog. She was a good girl, and I miss her. I really do. That's what this decade is pretty much done. It's taken all the childhood things that I loved, or all the things I loved from the previous decade, and just did that to it. It's just, and it's really, it really makes me mad and sad at the same time, knowing that all that stuff that I grew up around, that I was really familiar with, is just gone. Never gonna come back. And another thing that really brought up to my mental state and why I've been so paranoid is because of it. Obviously, I'm just gonna put this out there. COVID has done a lot to me personally. Like before COVID, I wasn't stressed out about everything. Wouldn't wash my hands constantly to the point that they're fucking raw, or 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 get obsessed about like, or if I touch something, do I need to wash my hands? I know that sounds crazy, but that actually what my brain's doing to me. My mind just loves to play tricks with me, and I try so hard to just ignore those stupid thoughts, and they keep coming up, and just it keep it. That's what COVID has done to me. Before, I wasn't paranoid. I was just living life to the fullest. I wasn't stressed out about anything. And then this decade came along and just made everything worse. And truth be told, I'm just plugging in my phone because it's about to die. The internet, not okay. I said the internet. Why did I say that? But I was going back to COVID, the COVID part. COVID really made me like the fact that I couldn't, socialize with everybody for like but can't speak for an amount of months. Like the last time that year that I was able to interact with like people that I knew outside, but I was this was before COVID, like the whole quarantine, which was in March. I didn't see them again till September. So the whole span was just it was depressing, dude. I still made my own fun at that time, but still, I that's what it's done. And especially where I'm at in life, I can't really talk to my friends that I knew that I still can talk to. I can still interact with nowadays, but I can't, you know, physically interact. Not physically, I meant, interact with them every single day. If you get what I mean. Most of them I don't even have their phone number, and I might see them once or twice every day, but I see them hanging out with with other people and people I don't know because I've never met them before. So yeah, this decade, man, this decade, and all the stress that has gone given me. Hi, Travis. I was fine during COVID since I was 10. Okay. But well, going back to what I was saying about the stress part, it really did take an effect on me. Like going back to the psychologist part, like talk to a psychologist. The fact I wasn't able to talk to him in person or wasn't able to you know, get more like medications described for my milk like that time I'm not sure. I can't remember fully remember. It was like 3 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, but that's what happened. That's what COVID did to me. It made me stressed out about everything. Like before, I know I'm repeating myself, but before I could literally touch a tide bin and I wouldn't be freaking paranoid. But if I do that now, I just gotta I feel like I'm gonna die or something. Like that's another thing that COVID's been doing. Like is like am I gonna die from touching something or getting in range of something? I know that sounds far fetched, but that's actually what my mind does to me. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what it does. It does those things to me, and since I got COVID myself last year, it it really escalated from there. It did nothing but contribute to more of the suffering and just depression that I've went through. I not fan. I just wish whenever Ross Chastain wins, it gets sick. Okay, but what I was trying to say here is that I did get a lot of support from having COVID. And I really appreciate that. But like the whole last year, like half of like a quarter of it, I was just sick. First in March or first in not March. Yeah, March or April, I got COVID, and then later on that year, there was like a time where I got like sick like 3 weeks in a row. Like it was like September. No, it was like late October into November where I was just sick. Like I would get recovered like one time from being sick, and then a few days later after I stopped wearing the mask, like that was mandatory. Like I could here's what I'm trying to say. When I first got sick, like when it was just a cold, it wasn't COVID. When I fully healed or when I healed, like didn't get sick anymore, I that's the where I was. It doesn't. It basically you don't have to wear your mask, and that's what I did. But then when I felt sick again after that, I was like, hell no, I'm just gonna wear the mask now. So that's what I did. I put on the mask. I've been wearing it every time I've been going to these public places because I don't trust this. I don't want to get sick again. I don't want to have that fear just being freaking like I'm like gonna be sick forever. Like the last thing I need if that ever happens is a freaking concussion. Like I would really ruin everything, man. And thankfully, I was never gonna get I've never gotten a concussion, and I hope to God I never do. I didn't listen to the rules, and it didn't get COVID. Didn't wear masks after I had COVID. That's what I literally did as well. Or I think I did wear a mask at that time, but the amount of support I got from some of my real life friends, the newer fans was my friends was pretty cool. They appreciated me, and I appreciated that. I was thankful for their support. So now going to the NASCAR stuff, like now with that and all in mind, and with all been that's been happening this decade, with like this stress, like I'm not even trying to be rude or trying to let anybody down. I'm really enthusiastic with NASCAR, and it's a sport. It's like NHL. It's like NFL. You're gonna have moments in the sport where the referee screws it up, or a team player screws it up, or a driver just f's up someone's race. I'm gonna watch your videos now. Thank you. I hope and have a get. I hope I don't get a concussion karting. I hope you don't too, man. That would suck. I did go karting once back in like 2019 or 2018. It was just a drive. It was just a fun drive, and I enjoyed it. It was ironically there was a Ford logo on the card. So did I drive a Ford and go kart? I don't know. But getting back to the point, my point about NASCAR, if even in this community, if you're not, you know, angry. You're just disappointed. You're just going to say that I didn't like this finish because blah blah blah. I wish it had something else happen. You're going to still get these people that don't respect your opinion and they're going to just attack on you. And with that in mind, and with the mental state that I am, it does not help. Especially contributing to me having autistic. I know it's not an excuse, but disabled people can't help it if they get mad. Like I try and control myself, but and recently I've been doing better at not raging and stuff like I was a few years ago. But sometimes, like I still get pissed. I still get pissed, and that's be that that's really because probably because of my condition. I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying because it is. I might just have anger issues. That could be possibly one of them as well. Probably the whole reason, but seriously though, if I wasn't autistic, I probably wouldn't have done that or wouldn't have these outbursts and stuff. And that's why getting like that hate and stuff from like other people and them like saying all that stuff to me like I ride a fucking dick or something like that or it doesn't help. It makes me all it does, it just makes me worried, makes me just scared for the future. Like I can't go for one freaking day in this community without something stupid happening. I can't find little peace. I can't find a place to be calm. I can't find a place that is calm. Everywhere I go, like for example, these channels like Kendrick Chase 9, like they give it's like you go to a bar and some stranger gives you a drink, but there's a drug in it, and you become drugged to that certain channel, and you want to escape it so bad, like I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get away from Hendrik Chase Nine's channel because the community there is so horrible, but I'm still stuck there because I can't go anywhere. I like to comment on highlights and stuff, and even if I go to the NASCAR official websites, you're still or YouTube channel or something, you're still gonna get those people. It's not rocket science. Those people, those fans are just not good for anyone's mental health. If you have something this type of situation like I do, where I get easily upset over a stupid ass NASCAR race. It's not like on Kamikaze Games levels where he goes out into his car and yells and complains about it, but I feel like it's more like just I just can't help the rage, man. I try to keep saying that. I don't. That's why I say I don't like letting people down. I don't like letting people get mad at me and stuff. This and that. That's what really stresses me out and makes me regret even coming to the community. Because beforehand, before I got into the community, I wasn't having these problems. I wasn't, you know, getting all mad and stuff. Like I just lived a perfect life. I wasn't getting mad every day. I wasn't getting scared every day. I wasn't getting pissed off. I was always happy. I lived my life to the fullest. And with all this that happened, and even when I look at some people and they say that's calling me a coward running away, like that's because I was scared. I didn't know what was gonna happen. That's the best possible reason I could give you. I wanted to fix the solution in the past, but I was scared at the same time because of the hate and stuff. I know that sounds stupid, but we could have had it fixed. And because of my state of panic, I panicked. And if you're in the heat of the moment, if you're in that sort of situation, it's hard to get away from that. It's hard to adjust to it. It's hard to face up to it. It's not easy, dude. It's not easy. Oh, I got that all in my system, man. One shot. But to add more to it, I know I'm repeating myself. That's because I'm running out of things to say. Like I said the millionth time, I do not like disappointing people. And today I made sure. Last night I made a post about Daniel Hemrick wrecking quote unquote wrecking Parker Kligerman, and then I wasn't even being rude in the post. I wasn't saying go fuck yourself, Daniel Hemrick, for wrecking. Uh, I didn't say that. And then someone came in and was just calling me a clown, was calling me a fucking idiot, was calling me this and that, and that did not help me at the slightest. That just pissed me off even more and just made me deep down inside even more depressed. I know I wasn't being rude. I would have known if I was rude. I would have known if I was rude. I would have been throwing insults at him, and I, I literally tried. All that could have been avoided, and that's what happened, unfortunately. And that video that was uploaded today about me did not help me in the slightest. Instead, it actually increased my just fearness and stuff, and it made me more stressed out and more worried and more scared for my mental state. Like seriously, I might need to talk. That's what I'm planning to do. I want to talk to my psychologist again soon, and I want to bring up those facts. Don't mention anyone else. Just mention it to him, face to face, and just talk about it. I need to get that out of my system. I need to get better medicine for the milk that I drink out of from. And I want to live a normal life again. I don't want to be scared every day about what I touch, this and that. You get the point. I just want to be seen as a credible person who learns from their mistakes. I don't want to make the same freaking mistake over and over and over and over and over again. And I get it. I know I've done it a lot of times, but I keep saying if you're born differently, like I'm disabled. I'm technically disabled. I am. Really. I've got autism and I'm able to talk, walk, do stuff on my own. Some like unstead I'm trying to say some unfortunate people who are autistic don't even have the power to take care of themselves, unfortunately. That's just how they were born. And because I'm so passionate to NASCAR, I don't mean this seriously. I don't mean to rage and complain and all that seriously. It's just the freaking heat of the moment, and I can't escape it every freaking time. It gets in my head, it sticks there, and it just kills every one of my brain cells. It's just harming myself inside constantly on a weekly basis whenever a driver I don't like doesn't win. And uh, the fan bases don't help, like with my mental state, and it hurts. It hurts to watch. Like I literally was crying earlier, actual tears, because I was so stressed out. I nearly got a heart attack or a stress attack one time. Talk like after the Texas Xfinity race from last fall, I nearly got a freaking heart attack. That's how stressed out I was. Like I could feel my heart beeping every second, like really fast, and I knew it was gonna happen, but it didn't, thankfully. And that's what the community has done most of it. If you're gonna get those type of people, not and the I know there's always the good side to the community, just like everyone out everywhere else. But I always go to those type of places. Like I know Hendrick Chase's Nines community is toxic. I know it, but I keep going there because I'm just so dedicated to the sport. I want to keep in contact with it, and oh god, the anger always gets the best out of me. I don't mean it intentionally. I don't mean it personally. It's just always the heat of the moment every freaking day. It's like the cake being fed to you, just being forced down your throat every goddamn time, and it's not healthy. I've been saying that for the last few months. This community is not healthy for me. It's not healthy for anyone else who just doesn't who just wants to be NASCAR fans and wants to communicate with this community. It's not healthy. It's not. It's far from that. It needs a lot of work to be good and not to be that kind of stuff. It's just really frustrating, man. I joined this community, and when I first joined, I didn't have any problems, but like literally just it's all gone hell to hell the last couple of years, and I've been saying to myself I need to go somewhere else and just relax. And I've been wanting to leave the community for a while. I want to still make content and make my own community that's NASCAR related, but I just want to move on from the NASCAR community, just move on, just get away, put myself in a distance away from the community and just live my life with good people, not people who just I don't know, just that's just my take. This community needs serious help, and I want to leave it so bad, but I can't at the same time because I'm dedicated. Either that or because I hate myself. So that's where the stress and all that within mind comes in, and that's what made me cry earlier because it felt like that they didn't want me in a community. It felt like they hated on me, and I just felt unloved a few hours ago, and especially with that whole deleting the post fiasco. I'm not going to mention more of that, but that took a lot out of me. It took a lot. I'm not sure if I broke a sweat, but that did took a lot out of me. And I know I've been saying this, but I really need to take a break as well. Like this is what NASCAR YouTube has done to me, and I'm planning after the stream to upload the Alex Bowman Ally Dale Jr. 2023 commercial. But after that, I'm pretty much done for uploading for a while. I'm still going to be active sometimes on the community tab, but I'm going to rarely be posting on there. If you've not checked out like my Twitter, I barely post on there. If I do, it's just retweets, and I only post like 1 to 2 times a day. And going back to my psychologist, I only see him once or twice a year, maybe twice, maybe even 3 times a year, and I've not seen him in a while. And yeah, that's it. Really doesn't help anything. I really need better medication to take for myself and my milk. It's just sad to watch. It's depressing to watch. I don't want to be known for this and that. I just want to be known for just being a cool person. I just want to be known for like I am in real life. I'm trust me. I know you would love me in real life because I'm freaking cool. I'm freaking likable. Everyone that I know, they all like me. I've never met a person that in my real life that's ever hated me in despair. So yeah, I just wanted to get this out of the way. I don't know how long the stream went on for, about 30 minutes, but I'm probably going to end it here unless if I got something else to say, but I'm pretty sure that I've got all of what I needed to say out of my system. I feel a lot better about just giving you guys how I feel, what my emotions are, and how we can improve from it. So yeah, I just want the whole drama within the community with surrounding me and other YouTubers. I just wanted to stop. It's not healthy. I know it. They know it. It's not good for any of us. It's not. We just needed to stop. And the best way to stop doing it is to stop making videos, to stop making posts about one another, and just to leave it. Don't talk to one another anymore. Just leave it at that. Move on with our lives. So there's my take. This is Brian Griffin, Family Guy fan, as other known as Yuki Kid, signing off.